Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast. I'm Lisa, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that's so relatable: our daily routines. Our habits shape our lives, and today we'll explore how to make the most out of our day-to-day activities. To help us understand more about this, I've invited John, a productivity coach. Welcome, John.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm excited to be here and share some insights into how our daily routines can improve our productivity and well-being.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you, John. Let's jump into the main discussion. So, John, why do you think having a daily routine is so important?
Well, Lisa, a daily routine is like an anchor. It keeps us grounded, even on chaotic days. It helps reduce decision fatigue so we don't waste energy constantly figuring out what to do next. It also ensures we spend time on what truly matters, whether it's work, self-care, or relationships. Plus, routines create a sense of stability, which can be especially helpful during stressful times.
That's so true. Sometimes when my day feels out of control, I realize it's because I didn't start with a plan. What does an ideal daily routine look like for you?
For me, it's all about keeping things simple. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. and start my day by drinking a glass of water. It's such a small habit, but it wakes me up and makes me feel refreshed. Then I do a 5-minute stretch, which helps loosen up my body and mind. After that, I spend 10 minutes journaling. Sometimes I write down my goals for the day, and other times I jot down things I'm grateful for. It's a great way to clear my head and start the day with positive energy. Then I have a light breakfast, usually fruit and toast, and get to work on my top 3 priorities for the day.
That sounds like a very balanced start. Do you ever struggle to stick to your routine?
Of course, we're all human, right? I've learned not to aim for perfection. Instead, I focus on consistency. Even if I don't have time for everything, I try to do the basics, and if I ever feel stuck, I remind myself to start small. For example, just drinking water or writing down one priority can still make a difference.
That's great advice. I sometimes feel overwhelmed trying to follow a routine perfectly, but I guess even small steps matter.
Exactly, Lisa. And it's not just about productivity. Routines can include moments of joy and relaxation. Like I always make time for a 15-minute walk after lunch. It helps clear my head and refreshes me for the rest of the day.
That's such a great habit. For me, my mornings are a bit different. I wake up around 7 a.m., and honestly, the first thing I do is check my phone. I know it's not the healthiest habit, but I scroll through emails and messages to ease into the day. It's a mix, honestly, but what I enjoy most is making a cup of coffee right after. That's my quiet time. I sit for about 10 minutes, sip my coffee, and let my mind wake up. If the weather is nice, I'll go for a 15 to 20-minute walk. It helps me clear my mind and get energized. Not in the mornings, but in the evenings, I usually relax by watching TV or scrolling through social media. I know it's not the most mindful activity, but it helps me unwind. Sometimes, I think I should replace that with reading or something more creative.
I totally get that, Lisa. Unwinding is important too. Maybe you could start with just 5 minutes of reading before bed. It's a small shift that might help you relax even more.
That's a good idea. What about you, John? Do you have a specific way to wind down?
Definitely. I try to log off work by 6 p.m. Evenings are my time to relax, whether it's playing the guitar, watching a documentary, or just chatting with friends. By 9:30 p.m., I start winding down. No screens, just a book for about 15 minutes before bed at 10 p.m.
That's so disciplined. I think I need to work on a better evening routine.
It's all about experimenting, Lisa. Everyone's routine will look different. The key is to find what works for you and brings balance to your life.
Thanks for sharing, John. I think I'll try adding journaling to my mornings. It sounds like a great way to set intentions for the day.
That's a great idea, Lisa. Even small changes like that can make a big difference. Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect, but to stay consistent and enjoy the process.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know that people who plan their day in the morning are 20% more likely to achieve their goals compared to those who don't?
That's really interesting, Lisa. Planning in the morning gives us clarity and helps us focus on what's most important. It's like having a roadmap for the day.
Exactly. I've also read that morning planning can reduce stress because it makes us feel more in control of our time.
Absolutely. Even just writing down 3 priorities for the day can make a big difference. It's all about starting with small, manageable steps.
I love that. I'm going to start planning my mornings more intentionally.
Great idea, Lisa. A little planning goes a long way.
Thanks so much, John, for sharing these practical tips. It's clear that having a thoughtful daily routine can transform how we live and work.
Absolutely. Remember, it's not about perfection, but consistency. Small changes lead to big results over time.
Well, that's it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Let's dive into some new vocabulary from today's podcast. These words will not only enhance your English skills, but also deepen your understanding of health and weight loss concepts. Ready? Let's get started. Anchor. Meaning, a strong or stabilizing force that keeps something grounded or steady. Example, his daily routine acts as an anchor, helping him stay focused during stressful times. Decision fatigue. Meaning, a mental exhaustion caused by making too many decisions, leading to poor judgment. Example, after a long day of meetings, she experienced decision fatigue and struggled to make even simple choices. Gratitude. Meaning, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation. Example, he kept a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things he was thankful for every day. Perfection. Meaning, the state of being flawless or without mistakes. Example, she strives for perfection in everything she does, but she knows it's important to embrace imperfection sometimes. Consistency. Meaning, the quality of always behaving or happening in a similar way. Example, building good habits requires consistency, even on days when you don't feel like it. Mindful. Meaning, being aware and focused on the present moment. Example, she practiced mindful breathing to reduce stress and stay calm throughout the day. Wind down. Meaning, to relax and reduce tension after a period of activity. Example, he likes to wind down by reading a book before going to bed. Intentions. Meaning, plans or goals that one aims to achieve. Example, setting clear intentions in the morning helps her focus on what matters most. Clarity. Meaning, the quality of being clear, easily understood, or free from confusion. Example, writing down her goals for the day gave her a sense of clarity and direction. Priorities. Meaning, the things that are regarded as more important than others. Example, after reviewing his priorities, he decided to spend more time on work and less on social media. Thank you for listening to our episode. I hope you learned something new and helpful today. Please give us a like and subscribe for video like this, share it with your friends, and let us know what you think in the comments section below. We'll be back with more interesting discussions soon.